Hey, it's Daniel Gillespie here with UponArriving.com, and in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Hyatt Discoverist status. So before I jump in, if you're new to this channel, I cover things like credit card rewards, hotels, airfare, and a lot of other interesting travel topics. So if you like that type of stuff, be sure to hit that subscribe button and then hit that little bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything. So if you haven't noticed, the scenery is a little bit different for this video, and that's because I'm staying at the Hyatt Regency in the heart of H-Town. In fact, right behind me, right there, I'm pretty sure is where the Enron scam happened. So there's some fun Houston history for you if you don't know, but this is actually a pretty nice hotel, and I'm staying here as a Discoverist member, and so it kind of prompted me to just kind of want to make a quick video breaking down the Hyatt Discoverist benefits, because I think that it might be a little bit overlooked, and I just wanted to clear up some things. So I usually talk about the higher end statuses like Hilton Diamond or Hilton Gold, but in this video I kind of wanted to bring it down a little bit and talk about Hyatt Discoverist status, which is the bottom tier status for Hyatt. And the reason I want to talk about this status is that it's one of the perks of the World of Hyatt credit card, and so a lot of people are curious if this status really has any value at all. So first, let me jump in and how you can earn this status. Well, like I just said, you can get it automatically with the World of Hyatt credit card, which is, by the way, one of my favorite co-branded hotel credit cards. But you can also earn this by staying 10 nights or earning 25,000 bonus points. And keep in mind that Hyatt goes by nights and not stays. And your status will remain good through February of the second calendar year. So let's say you earn status in May of 2019. Well, that status is going to be good all the way in 2019, 2020, and then February of 2021. So just like with other hotel programs, you're going to earn a bonus on your base points. And in this case, for Hyatt Discoverist members, it's going to be a 10% bonus. So if you value Hyatt points at around 1.5%, then getting this 10% bonus on your base points amounts to a return of about 8.25%, which is actually pretty good for a bottom tier status. And a lot of people value Hyatt points a lot more than 1.5 cents per point. So Discoverist can actually be a pretty rewarding bottom tier status when you're talking about percentage return for your spend. So let's talk about upgrades for Discoverist members. Well, the terms and conditions state that you might be upgraded to a preferred room. So taking a look at the terms and conditions, preferred rooms are determined by each hotel or resort and include rooms on higher floors, corner rooms, or rooms with more appealing views. Preferred rooms are particular rooms that may be more desirable but are within the same category or room type booked by the member. These are not offered at Hyatt Place, Hyatt House, or Hyatt Residence Club Hotels and Resorts, or at M Life Resorts. So yes, as a Hyatt Discoverist member, you're not going to get an upgrade to a suite or a club level room in the vast majority of cases, but you can still get some decent upgrades. In fact, this room that we're in right now, we're actually located on the 29th floor, which I think is the second to highest floor in the hotel, and we actually got some really good views out of this. I mean, I'm someone who really loves good hotel views. I like to be up on high floors, and last night we were able to catch an amazing sunset. So to me, there is definitely some value potential in just the upgrades to better views or higher floors, because I really enjoy that stuff. Other people, maybe you don't really care. I mean, if you're just looking out at buildings or whatever it is, maybe you don't even have time to look out the window. So you may not really value the upgrades that much, but I definitely do. And we were also upgraded recently at the Park Hyatt in Milan to a room that was slightly bigger. And so as a Hyatt Discoverist member, the upgrades haven't really blown me away, but they still have been nice enough to where I appreciate the added value. Now, the next benefit is premium internet access. So this is nice because not every hotel program offers premium internet to bottom tier status. And so not every property is going to be able to offer you premium internet, but in this case we got it here. And the download speed was at about 15.11 megabytes per second. So not horrible internet speed, and I haven't had any issues getting work done here. So I'm not really sure how slow the non-premium internet is because I haven't had a way to check that, but it's still nice to have that premium internet option for whenever you really need to get work done at a hotel. So the next benefit is late checkout, which is up until 2 p.m. Now this is subject to availability at some resorts and casinos and some other properties, and you can find out which properties those are in the link in the description below. But 2 p.m. checkout is actually a pretty good benefit. Even as a Hyatt Diamond member, I've been limited to late checkout at 1 or 2 p.m. in many cases. So to me, getting 2 p.m. late checkout with a bottom tier status is actually pretty good. But the late checkout can actually get much sweeter. So for example, I called into the front desk this morning and asked about late checkout. They said they could do 2 p.m., but I went ahead and asked for 4 p.m. Now the guy kind of sounded like he would meet me in the middle around 3 p.m., which is very common for hotels to do. And he said that he would probably have to charge me $50 for a 4 p.m. late checkout. But he kind of had a change of heart mid-sentence and ended up giving me late checkout until 4 p.m. today. So even as a lowly Hyatt Discoverist member, I was able to get 4 p.m. late checkout at this pretty busy business hotel. Granted, it is a Friday, but still, that really was a great surprise. And I would not go around expecting to get 4 p.m. late checkout at every property. In fact, in the majority of cases, that's probably not going to happen. But it just goes to show that as a Discoverist member, if you ask for something, your odds are probably going to be higher that you might be able to get something like an extended late checkout. The next benefit is a dedicated check-in area. So whenever you go to check in at a lot of Hyatt properties, you'll see a special designated area at the check-in desk just for Hyatt Elite members. So there'll usually be like a little rug set up and a sign, and that's where you can go and check in. Now, when the hotels are very busy and the check-in lines are long, that's great to have, but in a lot of cases, there's no one even usually attending that, and I just go up to the front desk in the main area because that's where the people already are. So unless you just really like to feel special, there's really no point in getting in that line unless there is a line backed up, in which case that special designated line can actually save you a lot of time. So this is not the most glorious benefit of Hyatt Discoverist, but they do give you complimentary bottles of water. In this case, we got 2 bottles of Aquafina in this room, which is a nice little added benefit, but again, not going to be the most meaningful or valuable benefit from an elite status. Also with Hyatt Discoverist, you can get M Life Pearl status for some of those Las Vegas properties. Another perk is that you can get resort fees waived as a Discoverist member on award stays. So those are all of the main benefits of Hyatt Discoverist status. You'll notice that I did not mention anything about breakfast or lounge access, which is really not surprising because bottom tier statuses typically do not get those 2 perks. So with all of that said, is Hyatt Discoverist status worth it? Well, as I've already talked about, there are some meaningful benefits like the late checkout until 2 p.m. and in some cases even later. There's the decent upgrades to better views and higher floors, which I appreciate. There's the premium internet access, which allows you to get work done and be more efficient, which I think is maybe a little bit underrated by a lot of people. And then there is the bonus on your base points, which is actually one of the most competitive earning rates from a percentage perspective for bottom tier statuses. So overall, I think Hyatt Discoverist is actually a pretty decent bottom tier status, but the issue is it doesn't offer those meaningful benefits like breakfast or anything beyond that. So personally, I would not go pursuing Hyatt Discoverist status. However, I would definitely try to take advantage of those perks if I have the World of Hyatt credit card by staying at some Hyatt properties, because it's an easy way to get additional value during your stay. So that's all for Hyatt Discoverist status. I hope that this video helps you kind of better understand this bottom tier status. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button, and you can check out the link below for more on Hyatt Discoverist status.